He goes up, unlocks the door, and he sees her sitting on the couch with another man watching TV. Now, yo, what's good? We back at it with another one. It's your boy, Vacation Time with Ryan. I'm gonna give y'all a quick story time / just talk to y'all a little bit. Now, today's story is not about me. I talk to a lot of great brothers on the back end, whether it's Instagram, whether it's email, whether it's phone calls. So I decided to share a story with the permission of this brother. I'm not gonna say his name, but we're gonna use his story, and I want y'all opinions because the story is not over. It still continues. All right. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all your support. Likes, comments, subscribes are much appreciated. All right. So we're gonna get into this one for this young brother right here. All right. Per usual, outside, beautiful park. All right. So we have David and we have Maria. David, 26 years young. Maria, 21. Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, lives Maria. All right. So David met a young lady named Maria using Bumble dating app. I know, classic, right? Overseas. David lives in the United States. Maria lives in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. All right. So I'm going to skip all the little details. Me and his brother, we talk periodically. He asks for my advice. What do you think about this, Ryan? What do you think about that? You know, regular stuff. And I have these conversations day in and day out, right? This particular situation, he got the young lady, he's talking to her. They do the video chat thing. He does not speak Spanish. She does not speak English. Classic, right? But they do have a way of communicating. He is learning Spanish and he wants to learn, right? He even asked me how I learned. So I give him credit for that. He's trying, which you should. And she's trying to learn English. So they meet in the middle, but the communication is not perfect, right? They still use translator. Now they get on video, the whole nine. I'm not gonna bore you guys with the relationship stuff. At this point, I think we all know, kind of like we've heard stories, we kind of know how it goes. So I'm gonna spare y'all. But anyways, so boom, talking, right? So finally books the trip to go see her, goes to Santo Domingo, spends great time with her, Airbnb, the whole nine, goes and comes. You know, the first time in DR, falls in love with the country, falls in love with the woman. Classic, right? We've heard this story. We've all heard it. So after some time, you know, he's been asking me questions on how I feel about long distance. And if you watch my content, you know my story and you know how I feel about it. So I let brothers do whatever they want to do because they're going to do it regardless. I give my opinion. You take what you want from it. All right. So boom, for whatever reason, he's been skeptical. He's been hearing stories. He's not there all the time. So he starts having, you know, this paranoia. She could be cheating or whatever. I don't know. So I say, look, even though right now I don't push brothers to say, hey, go do long distance. You know, okay, you visit a lot, cool, but I don't push for it. But if you're going to do it and you want to find out or put her to the test or whatever, because some brothers they want to do that, you know. Even here in the great United States, brothers do that, right? Even here, no matter where you go, you can get cheated on. So check this out. So they got some ducks right there. Nature is beautiful. But anyways, back to the story, right? So anyway, so he's getting the paranoia. I guess one too many se fue la luz se fue. One too many times, no connection and not hearing from her for a day or so, se fue la luz, whatever, he's paranoid. I said, all right, you know, if you want to take it this route, I can give you a few options. You know, if you're paranoid, it's probably for a reason, but if you must, here's a few options, right? This is what I lay out. Most brothers are scared to do this, but you can have a homie text her from a different WhatsApp and just say, very simple, hey, I'm coming in town next week. I remember we met a while back on the dating apps. and I would like to see you and kick it with you, Ray, right? Option 1. Option 2, oh wait, hold on. Let me give you a little bit more background before I say option 2. I left out, after going back and forth with her for a year, he went and got a place with her because she said she's tired of her living situation at the crib, right? Listen, like I said, this stuff you hear every day, right? So he said, oh, dope, you know, now I got a place in Santo Domingo. I got a place in Santo Domingo, he says. So boom, he got a place, he got the keys, whatever, with her. They said they're moving in together, even though he's still living here. But he got the place there. He pays for it every month. Ray. Basically, it's her place, right? But you know, she gonna say whatever she gotta say to get get her a new apartment, whatever. A rental, by the way, just to be specific. They rented an apartment together. She had him sign some documents. So I guess so he feels it's his as well. So anyways. So boom, so he has a place there, right? So I'm saying that because for number 2, because remember, number 1, you could have a homie text her and see if she's going. Number 2 would be, excuse the cars if you hear it. You probably don't because it's a good microphone. Number 2 would be to do a surprise visit. Now, you may pull up a surprise visit and not see nothing weird. You might just see her chilling, right? So boom, number 2, surprise visit. Just pop up one trip, because he has a pattern. You always tell her, yo, I'm coming on this day, I'm leaving on this day. So if she was doing anything weird, she knows when you're coming and leaving. She knows how to prepare for your stay. So I'm saying on your next trip, you know, just tell her, yo, you're working a bunch of overtime, but instead pop up on her. And another option, number 3, would be just leave the relationship. You paranoid? Who wants, even if she's not cheating on you or anything weird, who wants to be in a relationship where you all paranoid? Go work on yourself, man. Go work on yourself. Get in the gym, learn your Spanish, level up, move over there, and then just be there, be a great catch, and then stop living paranoid. Anyways, so he chose number 2. To his next trip, he's not gonna tell her, and he does a sporadic trip, right? Just a random trip. Just to make it believable. He did it like 2 weeks after a trip. So you know what I'm saying? Because she probably known his pattern. So like after a trip, 2 weeks later, he doubled back. All right. So boom. So he said, all right, you're gonna do his surprise trip. You know, he's telling me, like, we talk. So like he's telling me everything. And I'm like, okay, you probably won't see nothing. You will probably pull up and then nothing's going on, nothing's happening. So boom, fast forward. All right, so fast forward, he gets there, pulls up. You know, he has a key because it's his apartment. Oh yeah, another option was I gave him. Sorry, I'm just remembering as I go. Another option I gave him was you can put a camera in the place. Tell her you're putting the camera, of course. Anyways, some brothers would do a hidden camera, but whatever. Anyways, he chose to do the surprise visit. My fault. Thought they was running up on your boy. But anyways, so boom. So he's there. You know what I'm saying? So he gets to the SDQ airport, takes the Uber. When he got there, he said he noticed security at the gate that knows him when he comes in town. Even the security was a little like looked at him kind of funny, right? So he said that was the first red flag. So all right, bet. He goes up, unlocks the door, and he sees her sitting on the couch with another man watching TV. Now, they weren't in the act of doing anything, but they were sitting down and they were watching TV, right? Said they were sitting kind of close, but whatever. So he's like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on, Ray? Because she calls him on video. She tells him everything. She tells him when she's going to do something, when she's going to work, like her every move. So he's like, yo, what's going on? Who's this? I don't know if he had to pull out the translator for this one, because you want to make sure she knows what you're saying at this point, right? Because you like, what's going on, right? So boom, long story short. So she's like, you know, mi amor, this is my cousin. You know what I'm saying? This is my cousin, so-and-so. You know, we're just chilling, da-da-da-da-da. So he's like, how come you didn't tell me your cousin was coming over? And she was just like, no, I didn't think it was important. It was my family. So he's like, why are you sitting there? Like, you know what I'm saying? You sitting there watching TV with your cousin, for one. I didn't know he was going to be there. You'd be telling me everything, Ray. So he's like, all right, whatever. Fast forward, he's seen clothes. You know, he's seen bro had some clothes there. And he's like, wow, why, you know, he got change of clothes and all that, Ray. And, you know, she just broke it down. Hey, it's my culture. You know, he just needed to stay here for a few nights until he got his place ready. It's my cousin, Ray. So long story short, he said, you know what? He'll get that to her. He ain't got no proof of nothing. He'll take her word for it. You know, she threw that kitty on him and he was happy. All right. So when he presented this to me, I said, all right, cool. Let me ask you a question, brother. Okay, cool. You feel like, you know, you ain't got no evidence. You feel like you believe it. Cool, whatever. I don't care. Let me ask you a question. How many cousins you got, female? And he told me he got a few. I said, when have you ever, right, been chilling, just watching TV at the crib, just you and your female cousin alone? No other cousins, just y'all two just chilling, vibing, and she's spending the night and stuff like that. And you got a 1-bedroom apartment. And he's like, never. I mean, look, so I'm not saying you can't have that relationship with a female cousin, male and female. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's like, I don't know. To me, I don't know, bro. I got plenty female cousins. As kids, yeah, we could chill, watch TV, but as grown adults, we're not chilling, watching TV one-on-one, sitting close to each other and Ray, right? That's just me, though. Now, could it be her cousin? Sure. But what do y'all think? It's just coincidental that you've been paranoid. She tells you everything, but she doesn't tell you her cousin is there and spending the night and all that in a 1-bed. Look, anyways, boom, right? I'm gonna spare you the rest of, like, all the little details. Whether it's her cousin or not, whatever. Point is, fast forward now, you know, they got past that, and he proposed to her to get married and bring her to the United States. So now, current, they're engaged, and he's gonna bring her to the United States. Me personally, I feel like she over there doing her thing. That was not her cousin, and you about to bring her here, and she's gonna finesse you, which I told him, so he'll see this. I told him that. That's just my opinion, though. That I don't mean I'm right. I could be dead wrong. You guys could ride off into the sunset, horse and carriage ride, all that. You know what I'm saying? All that. Y'all could do all that. And there's a lot of little red flags he's giving me over time, because we talk. You know, I'm probably not thinking of every little red flag in my head, but I remember that big detail, the pop-up, her cousin, and then him proposing to bring her. I know everybody and their mama says, don't ever bring him back, Ray. Listen, I've seen it happen successfully before, you know, but of course, I wouldn't advise that either. You go live there, etc. Bro, he don't see himself living there, and that's what he want to do. He say he rock with her, cool. That's not the point. The point is, what do y'all think? Obviously, we know 90% of y'all gonna say, don't bring her back. But do y'all think that was really her cousin? Maybe it was, right? Even if it was, that don't mean that you're not getting finessed. That don't mean that there's not other dudes that are not her cousin. That don't mean that, even if she is loyal, that don't mean that you're not about to bring her here. She's gonna get righteous and then leave you in 2 years later. I don't know, whatever. I just wanted to share that with y'all. So to summarize, we got David, 26, Maria, 21, long distance relationship, bringing her to the States, possibly caught her red-handed, possibly not. What do you guys think? All right, so I think by now, if you watch my content, whether you do or you don't, I'll tell you my stance. I don't think you should do a long distance relationship in these other countries. It's just, to me, you can do it, you know, because I know brothers gonna do it regardless. you can just be okay with the fact that you could be being used. Some people have like coping mechanisms. They say, oh, all women use us and we all use each other, and I'm using her and she's using whatever. Hey, whatever makes you sleep better at night, good for you, brother. You know, I've been there, done that. You know, I speak on things confidently that I've been through, so like, it is what it is, man. Whatever makes you happy. Whatever makes you happy. In this day and age, man, it's hard to find peace and happiness. So whatever makes you happy, just understand what you're up against. You know, your little moment of happiness can strip you from a lot of things. You can have a baby, you can be doing your thing, and then out of the blue, a divorce could strip you from your child, and then you gotta be paying child support for over the next 18 years. She could take the baby back to Dominican Republic, whatever. There's a lot of horror stories out there. You guys can go at it in the comments about that. And let's be very clear. The Dominican Republic is a beautiful country with very amazing, beautiful people. So we're not bashing the country or the people, just sharing stories because a lot of my audience share a similar interest with dating overseas, all right? So this is your boy Vacation Time with Ryan. That concludes that. Me, Ryan, plan to be going to Cuba, Cartagena, and I'm trying to get to Peru as well, and probably Honduras. So look out for those trips coming up. I'll be giving you guys more information and stuff like that. You can always message me if you want my opinion on something. I'm a cool guy. I'm not gonna ignore you. If I don't get to your message right away, I'm just busy. So I appreciate you guys sharing, you know, your stories and your experiences with me. I do enjoy hearing them, and it does keep me knowledge on what's going on. So that way I could take my knowledge and stories and share with other people, and someone else could hear this and take what they want from it, you know? Whether it's good or bad or a lesson or, I don't know. I don't want to be that guy, Ray. See what I'm saying? So, Vacation Time with Ryan on all platforms. You can DM me on Instagram if you got any questions. I just made a new Facebook, Vacation Time with Ryan, like an actual, to put out my reels. So get at me on there too. Got Facebook groups, got WhatsApp groups. If you're looking to meet people, it could be male or female in some of these other countries that you love, just to get together and connect, whether you're looking for a tour or a tour guide or a friend, a companion, like to just help you, you know, have information about these countries. We have WhatsApp groups. Hit me in the DM and I'll explain to you how to get in the groups. A very, very small fee, but there is a fee. I'm not trying to finesse. I'm tired of people messaging me and then not, you know what I'm saying? I say, yo, it's X dollars, and then they disappear. And it's cheap. It's cheaper than Chipotle. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, man. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and get at me. And lastly, real quick before I go, the best chance at the best results at whatever you're doing in life is try your best to always improve yourself. Just try, you know. I'm not perfect, clearly. I'm out here getting my workout, you know what I'm saying, sharing my knowledge with y'all, my stories with y'all. I just came from the gym, and I just came here to get a little cardio after lifting. Still continuously working. You know, I'm trying to learn Portuguese. I'm sharpening up my Spanish every day. I talk every day, you know, trying to work on that, trying to work on the finances, investing, all that, bro. Just do your best. Going overseas is not a cheat code to life where you just cheat life completely and you 100% don't have to work on yourself. I believe you should always. Now, can you go over there and not work on yourself and just, you know, grab someone and you know, they'll rock with you? For sure, absolutely. But I'm just saying, for a better chance at results, to higher your chances of getting the best results is just keep improving. Keep learning the language, keep getting in the gym, keep trying to get your money up. Focus on a goal and, you know, get at it. Just having that go-getter, goal-oriented energy, you're going to attract the best of the best. All right? Vacation time, Ryan. Peace.